It's the biggest show in the city, posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito.
He gets his DJ Misses.
DJ Misses. I just love good homegrown people who stay true to their roots. We're going to talk motherhood.
Come on with
You can
it.
go to an NBA game and see her on the Jumbotron.
Okay.
You turn on your television on Sundays, you're going to see her on your television.
Can I tell you what I love though?
What you love, Sean?
I love a black woman just living in luxury. When you see it, she look like money, she walk like money, she talk like money.
Got to be from Atlanta, cause her song Never Had is out now. Shamea Morton!
I'm posted on the corner. I'm posted on the corner.
Oh, y'all are my best friends. Hey, best friends.
What's up, boo? How you
Thank
feeling?
You. I mean, after an introduction like that, I can't feel nothing but great. Thank you. I mean, I'm so happy to be posted on the corner with y'all.
I know that's
Truly.
right.
Seriously, thank you for having me.
Man, congratulations
period.
on the release of the record Never Had.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Take me to the origin of this
Oh,
song.
my goodness. Well, first off, you know, the origin of just my music, I've been singing since I was in the Sunbeam Choir at the Church of God in Christ. So going from Kojic, you know, to where you can't sing that secular music,
No, ma'am.
to, you know, doing R&B, being in groups with people like Shamari Fears, who is now Shamari DeVoe, Ron DeVoe's wife,
Yes.
in high school, in a group with Carrie Hilson, with, you know, it was called Pretty Tony. And then I had a song out called Roll With Me with a group called Co-Ed, two guys, two girls. I've been in a bunch of groups and I've had songs out, singles out, you know, but never had a song out as a solo artist.
Wow.
Never had an opportunity to just showcase my talent on my terms. And that is what Never Had is about. It's showing my uniqueness, my quirkiness, awkwardness, weirdness, all the fun things about me and my personality. You never had a friend like me. You never had a wife, a girl next door, a mom, you know, just someone as loyal and honest and hardworking as me, you never had. And I want women to sing it with their chest out because it's a vibe. And I want them to be cocky about it and get a little ego like, hey, you never had somebody that'll be what you need. You never had someone like me. Can't you see that you never had somebody like me. And that's exactly what it is. Like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. For real. You never had somebody like me.
I love that.
We need to feel like
When
that
did
sometimes.
you fall in love with performing? You were a cheerleader.
Oh,
acting,
man.
Now reality TV, singing. When did you fall in love with performing?
I fell in love with performing in Decatur. Where's greater?
Okay.
I was singing on the fireplace mantle, the stoop of the fireplace. I would make my family come sit in the living room and watch me just make up random songs that really were horrible. But they would sit and they would be my audience and I would sing until it was time to go to bed. And they would be like, that's enough, right? So I knew I wanted to sing. And I grew up in an era where you had to do showcases for A&Rs and it was like, well, that's boring. You got to do a little bit more than that. You got to dance. So my parents put me in ballet, jazz, tap. And I started dancing because, you know, before it was like Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, you stand there and you're like, you know.
Come on.
All you got to do is stand there and just sound good and look pretty in a gown. Then it was like, Janet, oh, whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
You know, you got to like pop it and lock it and moonwalk that thing across the stage.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, so I got to do a little bit more. And that's when I developed the love for dance. And then the acting came about because I was like, wait a minute, y'all giving these kind of checks for acting? I lucked up and got a featured role in the movie Drumline as a dancer. And I was like, I might have to put singing on the hold for a second because this acting check is
gotta get this money
giving.
out.
Yes. But, you know, music has always been my first love and at the core of everything, even down to hosting the Hawks. I've sang the anthem over a dozen times at Hawks games, even brought friends in to do the anthem as well. So I've always been passionate about my music. But, you know, when you start out in the industry so young, you do get burned out. And that was a whole different time in the industry. Like, I got some stories, but it's just different now. And now with social media, you can create your own lane. And that's what it's about for me. I don't have to do it on anybody else's terms. I can do it on my own. I want to release tomorrow. Here you go. Here's Never Had. And shout out to RL and B Flat. A lot of times in this industry, you can express your love for something, a passion for it, and people be like, oh yeah, no, let's do it. Let's get in the lab. Let's work. Let's work. You never get a call back. You never, like, they don't take you serious, or they think that you've aged out, or you're married with kids, so you don't have the sex appeal that they want, or they're not interested for whatever reason. But these guys really understood the passion, and they put them pins to work. We got in the studio, and we have so many amazing songs. Never Had is just one of many.
So we in the whole EP, album, tour.
You know what? We'll be doing a tour soon, so stay tuned for that. As far as an album, I'm still recording for sure. I don't know if I want to just drop another single or an album. I don't know.
You can't give us an appetizer. I want the meal and dessert.
It's because I just the other week on the show, I introduced T-shirt. I don't know if you guys are waiting on with your T-shirt on. So people are all in my DMs like, wait, where's the T-shirt? How can we get the T-shirt song? And I haven't even released it. I'm actually just now about to do the video for Never Had.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Yeah, but Never Had is doing so well.
It is.
I'm like, I'm on a chart. I was driving over here today, and it came on the radio, and I was like, don't mess this makeup up, girl. Like, let's let them, see the makeup.
What was that feeling
because
like? That's such a moment.
Not me putting it on in the car to hear it, but actually it just came on. Yes. And then, like, Chris Brown them came on right after me, and I was like, I'm being played right before Chris.
And the sandwich, you know about that. You know about that. You know about that rotation.
What? Right. So just the fact that people are, it's getting ads, and people are playing it, DJs are loving it, and those are the people that are out there really doing it. So, shout out to all the program directors and DJs and people that are really showing me love on Never Had. Thank you, man.
That's beautiful.
Shamea Morton's here, posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito and DJ Misses. She's clearly taking advantage of the greatest moment she never had.
That's right.
Take me back to your very first studio session ever.
Oh my goodness. I think I was singing with a jazz band, I believe, and they were going to do something at one of my high school assemblies. Oh, was it? Oh, man, I can't remember. It was either me singing, Mama may have and Papa may have, but God bless a child that's got his own. That's got his own. It was that. Or it was, what is the song? Oh, my goodness. Not my girl, my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl. It was like, but we switched it up, and it was like, my boy. But I was in elementary. And and it was so, oh God, if I can find a photo, I'll send it to you. Y'all got to see it.
Please.
I had the nastiest little beehive.
Come on.
With a nasty swoop. What? And a French roll on the back. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I got the mic here, and I'm like this. Actually, it could be a really good gospel cover now. No shade. But it was like, oh my God.
Could you cover like that?
Don't do it. Yeah, so very first session. But my parents didn't play that. They were very much hands-on. They already knew what time it was with the industry. So if anything, they probably left me at the studio all the 30 minutes to run up the street to get me something to eat to bring it right back. And even that was too long.
I know.
Because even at 30 minutes, like, if she go, oh yeah, so hey little mama, let me I'm like, ew, creep, weirdo. So yeah, so I'm just happy I had a really good, strong foundation as a child, because man, this industry is
vicious.
Vicious.
For sure. Now you a Georgia peach, through and through, baby. How do you feel like Georgia has molded you to be the woman that you are today?
I just love our good Southern hospitality. Georgia, we are very just down to earth. Like, I don't think we take a lot serious. And I grew up, like, the city was different. We a lot slower, should I say. We get on the highway, people would damn near stop to let you in. Now, you put your blinker on, everybody speed up.
Literally.
Don't let her in. Go. Don't let her, I'm like, what's happening? Or if you will blow somebody, you can wave. Now you blow somebody, they flick you. I feel like, no, I was just waving to say thank you.
Thank you.
It's just very different. I mean, I think that's what's made me so, like, just, I don't know, I'm a people person. I don't meet a stranger. When you go to the grocery store, it's like, hey, how you doing? Hey, I remember I did a session. I was with co-ed, and we went to New York, and we were recording with Beanie Man or something, and like we're walking up the street, and some New Yorkers walk past. It's like, hey, how y'all doing? And they're like, you talking to me? You don't know me. You don't know me, son. What you trying to say? And my manager was like, yo, Shamea, just be quiet. Don't say nothing. Just
stop talking to folks.
because these people think you're trying to set them up. And I'm like, what? But it's a different, I mean, not no shade to New Yorkers, but that's a different time. Like they do. Like that kind of stuff happens. And I'm only Georgia. I ain't really been that many places. I'm like, oh, that's not good. I thought people would love it when you walk past, you're supposed to speak. You're supposed to say, hey, how y'all doing? What y'all up to? None of your business, basically. So I learned very quick. Keep your mouth shut and look down.
What's an old Atlanta tradition that you would like to pass down to your kids?
Yeek!
Yeah, Bob!
Yeek! Oh, we already working on it. I'm like, Shia, you got to hit 1, 2, and 3. Yeek! Yeah.
Ain't nothing like a Georgia girl.
Yes. Since we can't bring Freaknik back, I would love us to be posted on the corner at the Freaknik and Stop the Cab Mall. But, hey, them times are over. But yeah, like, just good down, just Southern fun, just not taking stuff. I miss us being able to go to the club and just dance. You remember back when it was no sections. It was like you came in, you got your drink at the bar, and then you was on the dance. The whole club was a dance floor.
Yeah.
People that were sitting down were just lame. It was like, what is happening? You spitting game at the bar.
Club chocolate, something like that.
Or 559. Or, it was just... It's a different time. I mean, but I want my girls to be able to have the kind of fun, stinking good time that I had,
Just
Not just like, I hate when I go to parties and we all look cute. Yeah, we all did a great job in our outfits. So don't we want to cut loose in them? Like, everybody's standing there looking like, I see you too. Okay. Well, now that we see each other, can we please dance?
Can we dance and turn up?
Can we turn up? And that's the thing that I'll never change about myself. Like, no matter how stuffy the room is, if I got dressed and I came out,
I'm kicking it.
I'm finna kick it.
Period.
I'm an electric slide.
I see it online. You come in with the, I'm here now.
Not for sure.
We gonna wobble.
Yeah, and told me when y'all had where everybody had popped out and you came in there like, what's up? Yeet. And I said, no, that's fine. Because some people would look at that and be like, oh, that girl faking. She faking. Like,
yeah.
You know how things be.
I do. And I know that I'm a lot for a lot of people. Like, I'm too much for a lot of people, but I don't care because I'm not catering to them.
Period.
I'm just doing it for self. I love being able to go into a room full of strangers and find a place or something in common with every single person. Like, why not? Life is so short. And they say it takes more muscles in your face to frown than smile. I like leaving people better than I found them. So I'm like, come on, hey. That's why I always coined the phrase, hey, best friends, because I want to make you feel like we cool like that.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
For sure. So let me ask you, what's some advice that you have for women that are kind of reserved, but they wanna be more vibrant. They wanna be the life of the party, but they just don't know how to get out of their shell. What's some advice you got for them?
Just do it. And that sounds like very like, okay, no. I mean, I had to work on my sister even. She's very introverted and very like, she gets all nervous and shy. It's like, oh my God, I can't. Like she can sing really well, but she would never do it. And I'd be like, come on, Glenda. Everything will be all right. I'll hear you. Come on, I'll hear you. And I just make them. But like, I've gone to parties and people are looking like they really want to have fun. They're like this. And you go over and you're like, come on, dance. I'm like, no, I could never. Oh, my God. No. Oh, no. Then you pull them and they're like, it's like, you was holding all that in. Bob, you don't let that go. Release. Yeah. So I just snatch people into it. You know, you got to be careful nowadays with it because it's like, harassment.
That's so funny.
But I make people, if you at my party, as you saw on the season opener, we having a good time. We were jumping in the pool and we turned it into a phone party with our gowns on.
Period.
Wow.
Yeah, let's just do it. You wore the gown, you look cute, I got a good picture of you in it, now let's just go. Yeah, life is short. I want to leave this earth feeling like I did it all. I had a blast.
Yes, I loved it.
Shamea's here posting on the corner with yours truly, Incognito and DJ Misses. I was told motherhood is the best hood. Why is that?
Oh my goodness, because you have these little people there that just depend on you for every little thing. You know how amazing that feels? Not necessarily the responsibility, because once they leave your lap, they on your heart. Like my oldest girl, I could protect her, but then now she's going to school and it's like, oh my God, I hope they don't have a mass shooting. Oh, you have so much worry. So it's the best thing, but it is the scariest thing. I'm like, I don't even know I waited this long to be a mom. Like, they are just so lovable. You look at them and you see yourself and you know that they will always be there with you. They will never leave you. They will always love you. You their first love.
Literally.
You know, and that's unconditional love. Like, no shade, but my husband, I mean, I love my husband, but he could decide he want to trade me in for a new model tomorrow. He could be like that. Like that's an old car. That car is old. Let me go ahead and get one with no miles. Let me get, you know, and my girls, my babies will never leave me.
Right. That's
Yes. What's something that your babies have taught you about your own childhood when you looking at it different now?
Oh my goodness. Shia is 10 times me. I mean, patience. Patience on both spectrums. Like Shia is such a ball of energy, like me. Like she will have me laugh. I'm about to get her like, oh, you're going to get it today. She's like, Mommy, be nice. And she'll wink or do something like, what you. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's me. I'm like, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because you're still going to get in trouble.
Right.
And she's like, girl, let's go make some cupcakes. You know, she just has a way already. And then patience with my younger because she was born prematurely with all the bells and whistles. And we stayed at the NICU for the first 6 months. She's had over a dozen surgeries. So it just shows you like, man, you got to be grateful for good health. You got to be grateful for the memories of, or even just having a healthy baby versus one that's been challenged. It just matured me in a way, even just not taking things for granted. I would ask people, what do you want, a boy or girl? And they'll be like, just a healthy baby. And I'd be like, no, he ain't. Girl, you got to want, you want a boy or a girl? Well, you know you want a healthy baby. But now I'm like, no, I get it. Like, just a healthy baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I took for granted how healthy Shia was. So when my youngest Shiloh was born with all of the things, I was like, oh my goodness, to just have her healthy would be just a dream.
A blessing.
You know, to just have her go 6 months or a year without having to go to the OR would be a blessing.
Right.
So it keeps you humble, right? But it also it just shows you how God's grace extends from you to your kids. And that's another thing we can't take for granted. You know, just the grace he gives us on a daily basis to just keep persevering forward. Because I promise y'all, I would have been dead. I would have just crumbled a long time ago. But it just shows you that, like, as parents, we are fighters. We're resilient because we not just fight for ourselves at this point. We fighting for our kids too.
That's beautiful. So with this Real Housewives, you're on reality TV now. I love that you're.
Oh, thank you.
So how are you navigating your private life with now being even more in the public eye right now? How do you find that balance?
So I've always kind of lived my life out front in a sense. But yeah, you're right. Housewives is a huge platform.
Huge.
And it is different because I loved the quietness of my wealth. I enjoyed just being the broke best friend or the plus one, you know, whereas my close friends and family knew my lifestyle. They would expect me to pay the check. But now it's like every damn body expect me to pay the check. It's like, girl. And I'm like, actually, I kind of like getting the free stuff, you know? Like, I like free stuff. And I just enjoyed, like, just, it's different now. Because people now, I'm met with, not you and that $9 million hustle. Girl, you rich. And I'm like, I don't want to leave with that. Like, that's not who I am in a sense. I'm very much chill.
But that's why I'm happy that you're on the show. Because
so it makes me uncomfortable. There's not much to make me feel uncomfortable, but like, it's not like somebody keep complimenting you. You're like, oh, thank you so much. Like, no, you really are really beautiful. Beautiful. And you're like, oh. And then after you start running out of stuff to say, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it's like, thank you. Okay. I can't take it. But now I'm trying to learn how to just take it. I'm like, thank you. You know, it's different. But I don't like these Cash App requests I'm getting.
Excuse me?
I'm getting y'all. Me and my husband been getting so many Cash App requests. And I do feel bad for people. But I'm like, go to ShameaShares.org. Don't keep and calling me. How do I get my phone number off Google?
You're gonna have to get your phone number.
People keep calling my phone. I'm talking about I'm starting to record the calls. It's the weirdest thing.
Get out of here.
This one ain't your friend, and I don't F with this person.
Whoa.
You need to. And on the Shop Watch last night episode, and then I'm like, oh, this isn't me. I'm all delayed. I'm like, yeah, this is not Shamea. It's her assistant. I'll make sure I give her the message. Shamea, girl, I know your voice. This is you. I'm like, okay,
You
bye.
got new phone, sis.
Yeah, or like, hey, you know, my house burned down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I sent you a Cash App request the other day. I'm like, how? Like, what? Come on. Like, even driving through my home and just Uber Eats, I don't go to the door. I've already put on there, leave it at the door.
Period.
And I've had somebody come like, I knew this was your house. gosh.
Shamea, that's a lot.
It's scary.
That's intense.
Yeah, you got to up your security
So
and
how
stuff.
do
And I
you
don't
deal
like,
with
I'm not that
those
kind of person. I don't like
emotions?
moving with security. So I like to be outside, okay?
Right.
I like to walk around my neighborhood. I like to kick it, hang out,
So how are you dealing with all of this mentally?
I just pray that my kids are safe.
Right.
Me, whatever.
Mhm.
But my kids, that's who I'm like, all right, now.
Chill, y'all.
There's got to be a sense of, I want to keep some sort of privacy for them.
Well, one thing we don't want private is your birthday coming up. How do you plan to celebrate?
So my husband and I on my birthday, I'll be in New York doing some press, but my husband and I will be traveling to the south of France, Monaco, and a few other places for my birthday. So we're going to, get away, just the two of us. That's another, when you're a mom and your kids are in school, and like with Shiloh, she has all these therapists that come in and out of the house. You can't really take breaks, and you almost miss dating. Like you don't have a lot of one-on-one time. So when I tell you I'm gonna love on that man so good,
I know
south
that's
of France,
right.
we're gonna have a good time.
I know that's right.
We're gonna have a great time. I can't wait. I need that break.
What's one of your favorite stamps in your passport?
Oh my goodness, St. Barth's. St. Barth's. I'm going back there too in July. Maybe it's Maldives.
I want to go to the Maldives so bad.
Both. Okay, so St. Barth's, if you ever go to St. Barth's, y'all got to stay at Eden Rock. It is so beautiful, and the shopping is phenomenal. Now, if you go to Maldives, you want to go with somebody that you really love, because there's not much to do but love on each other.
Literally.
And but the sands are so beautiful and white. I mean, you can literally swim out into the ocean from your living room. Like the water retracts into your living room if you stay at the right place. Which I think we stayed at Uva Finfushi, but it was amazing. I mean, those two places, I'm like, can we go every year?
What do you feel like is the biggest lesson that you've learned being in this industry?
I think in this industry, I think you just have to stay grounded, and you can't read the comments. You just have to block and delete. And I would just say, lead with love in everything. Because even if it still falls flat or it gets a negative reaction, you know that your heart was in the right place. I would just say lead with love, and everything that doesn't bring you good, release it and let it go. It's easier said than done. I'm learning that the hard way.
I feel.
Today is Loyalty Day. Now, outside of all the great things that
Today is Loyalty Day?
Today is Loyalty Day. Outside of seeing you at the Hawks game, seeing you post your throwbacks of being a Falcons cheerleader and you having this love for music, I've also identified with your great friendship with Portia, right?
Uh-huh.
What's one of the greatest memories that you all have from a child that makes you smile no matter what?
We have so many amazing memories. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know that I could even pinpoint it or just narrow it down to just one, but we just have this infectious laughter. Like we're out and we're just hanging. It could be something so lame. We are going to make it fun. Just she and I, just having just girl talk or joning. We never take anything serious. I mean, you'll see this upcoming episode. I'm laughing at stuff I probably shouldn't be laughing about. But for me, I'm a super silly person and I don't take anything serious, even the stuff I should. Like I was laughing at my uncle's funeral. Like I'm that kind of person. If you don't want to, if you
normal.
Right.
That's really what
So
it is,
I think with
Sha, 'cause
Portia,
I
she
do the same
understands
thing.
my sense of humor, and we have like personalities when it comes down to that kind of like just like dry humor or even just over the top humor. Just she gets it. So we have a lot of like fun moments, even if it's traveling with our kids or whatever. It's just a good time.
That stuff. So how do you feel like you and Portia manage a genuine friendship while being on a platform like Real Housewives when editing and things like that can come into play?
I don't know how she manages it. I just know that for me, I'm going to always stay real to who I am. And my feelings have never changed on a platform, off a platform. I could care less. I mean, I love who I love. I like who I like. I don't need people to tell me who I can't be friends with, who I don't need to be friends with. And I'm just a loyal person, probably to a fault, which is what I'm kind of seeing. And I think it is challenged, our friendship, because reciprocity is very real. And as much as you give out that love, you want to reciprocate it. As much as you show that loyalty, you want to reciprocate it. And I just feel like, with this platform, I just never thought that our friendship would be as challenged as it has been here lately. So all I can say is just pray for us. Pray that we can overcome these things and that we can come out in a better place and with better understanding.
And I do hope and pray that, because it's you growing up with somebody and then the smallest thing is just...
It's unfortunate because the smallest thing could never do that for me.
Right.
But again, it's just, that's me.
Right.
We come from different rearings, and we're different people and we move differently. So with that, I can't expect you to react how I would, because you're you and I'm me. But I'm hopeful at the end of the day that when it's all said and done, y'all gonna see what we see and what was done.
Right.
And I hope that in the end, we can be on one accord. Maybe not the best of friends, but at least on one accord.
For sure.
For sure. Shamea Morton's here, posted on the corner. You spent some time on radio. Did you enjoy being on air?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I love being on the radio. And shout out to Reggie Rouse, Ryan Cameron,
Yes.
Big Tigger. A lot of these people were very instrumental in my just upbringing in radio.
Yeah.
Being a woman in radio is very difficult, especially on morning drive. Like it's just, it's a lot. It's hard, because that's like a man's world in a sense. But they loved on me and they helped me in a major way, especially Ryan being like on the early stages. He was the one that really gave my shit like, hey, come on over here, sit in with me. So I always love Ryan for that. Like, he's radio god.
Shout out to Ryan. For sure, he is one of those people. Come on, child.
Yeah, for sure. And then I ended up doing the morning show with Big Tigger, and that was a fun time. I enjoy working with Miss Pat. She's hilarious. Oh my gosh! Even to this day, we still talk, and I'm still like, "Girl, what is wrong with you?" Like, she'll make something so humorous out of something that was like so sad or whatever. And I'm like, "See, you're like, she's Atlanta, like me."
I was about to say,
we
nothing
Atlanta.
like a Georgia
We're
girl.
just different kind of people, Like,
I love that. If you could go back in time and talk to baby Shamea and give her some advice, what advice do you have for her?
Like I told you earlier, I'm starting to become accustomed to like getting rid of the things that don't bring me joy or peace or happiness. And like that loyalty that we talked about, just being loyal to a fault. Like a lot of, the song came out that was like, no new friends, no new friends.
No new friend, no.
No.
You can be my day too.
Because I think with that mindset, and I was in that mindset, I was like, oh man, this is my day one. This is my ride or die. I've been friends with these people since I was a kid. I'll never let them go. But sometimes they shouldn't be in your circle anymore because they're not really there for you. They don't reciprocate the things that they're not loyal to you. Really, like you're just there because of the time that you spent with them, not necessarily because they're good for you. They don't feed your soul. They don't bring you the peace and the joy that they used to bring you. Or they're just mooching or leeching off of you. They're bringing you down. Hell, we've seen how a lot of celebrities just trying to stay true to who they are and when they hood. It's like they get taken down because they was still trying to stay down. And it's like, no, I don't want to stay down. I want to elevate up. So either you're going to come with me or you're not. But I've met some people recently that have just loved on me the way I've loved on people. And it's felt so good.
I love
and
that.
It's made me so happy. And it made me realize, all right, some friendships are for a lifetime and some are for a season. And you have to be okay with changing seasons because, after winter, you got spring, then summer, then fall. And those are okay. And you survive them all, right? So let go of the winter, let go of the summer, let go of the fall. I mean, because after every, season, there's another one and it can be greater and better for you. So I got to try to take heed to that more.
Shamea Morton!
Thanks, y'all.
Posted on the corner.